All right, everybody, welcome back. Thanks for watching. In this episode, I want to talk about the sports fanatic. So last night was the NFL opening day kickoff. Eagles, we won, Friday, going to work. It's kind of like a sports day at the workplace. So you're encouraged to wear some sports paraphernalia. So I normally rock with, my Eagles coach's shirt. You'll see this probably on some Fridays during the season, maybe even my jersey. But one of the things that I always found interesting is these like super sports fans, right? So these are the guys who they can tell you every stat of LeBron James's career or Steph Curry's career. They could tell you for Le'Veon Bell, they could tell you, what his 40-yard dash speed is and all these other stats and intricacies. And it's just always really been hard for me to get on board with that. So, I follow sports, right? Like everybody else. Yeah, I go to sports bar. Sure. Go to Vegas and, bet on sports or, enjoy watching the game, having a beer or something else like that. But I never really understood these super fans, like, the stats guys, the face paint guys, the guys that have like all these jerseys and stuff like that. Jerseys is a whole nother thing in and of itself, right? Because, I remember I was going to get, my girlfriend, now wife, a jersey. And I just like, I don't know. I just always had a problem with like my girl wearing some other dude's name on her back. So I was never really into that, like buying a jersey with some name on it. I'd rather just buy, just a straight Eagles jersey, no name, or like a Hall of Famer. Somebody who's been in the Hall of Fame, right? Because that's undisputed, right? But anyway, that's a whole nother aside there. But yeah, man, I just don't get it. I think probably it's just because like the way that I grew up, I told you guys in my earlier videos, if you haven't watched that, go to that playlist called My Intro to Let You Know. And it was just like the way that I grew up, it was pretty much like, I wish you well, rich guy and sports guy, but we were just pretty much like, forget that dude unless I was getting paid too about it, right? It was basically just, I was just raised not to be a, jock rider, right? I'm happy for all these dudes. I'm glad they're getting their money, but it's really hard for me to really get that passionate about it because I know at the end of the day, right? These guys are rich, right? So whoever your favorite team is, let's say you're a Patriots fan, and the Patriots lost the Super Bowl, right? And a lot of people are really mad about it. And I'm like, those guys didn't lose, right? If you're in the NFL, the league minimum, I think, is like over $250,000 a year, right? Nobody's losing there. Win, lose, or draw. When those guys leave that game, they're probably either being driven home or driving their luxury car back to their mansion or luxury, a condo or something else like that. There's no losing there. And I saw this a lot also. I remember I used to live in Kansas City, Missouri. Midwestern town, not a lot to do there. So they kind of put a lot of energy into the Chiefs. So, I remember this article came out and they were talking about how when like the Chiefs lose, how they get a lot more calls for domestic abuse. People are depressed or want to argue with their wives and stuff like that. And I was just like, man, this is just really something different there. So anyway, the point I'm making is that as far as being a sports fanatic or a sports fan, I never really got that. I never really understood the idea about, knowing every minutiae of someone else's life when a lot of times you may not even know your own FICO score, right? Or you may not even know the full legal name of your best friend, right? You just know him by like a street name or something, yeah, that's my man Top. Like, what's that dude's real name? You don't even know that, but Steph Curry's 3-point percentage. Like, how is that helping you make any money? But anyway, this is going to sound like I'm hating. I'm not hating. I'm just trying to give you an idea of the way that my brain works. I'm always, in general, I'm just like, that's just the way that I was raised. That's just what's in me. As seems like most of the time of the day, I'm always thinking about like, how can I get rich, right? Yes, this other guy who's rich, I'm happy for him. It's inspiring. It shows me that it's possible, but I really can't put that much energy into like, you know, focusing on someone else's life. And this probably reflects in my attitude about, you know, reality TV and the social media for the same thing. So anyway, just to wrap this up, sports fanatics. That's just my take on that. Sports are good. I like them also, but I'm never gonna really be like that, you know, that captivated by it. I mean, if it goes in the comments, you'll probably just, you know, see me not really reply that much. So that's my take on that. I want to thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next episode.